One-on-one, none of you can do anything to me. For this god tree you actually ganged up on me, your shamelessness really shocks me. The Lord of Yuan Arcana rampaged through the endless waves of space, shattering one huge space fragment after another. At the same time he roared and roared, venting his anger. However, no matter how angry he was, with the Creator's control of space and the Golden Horn Lord's pinnacle domain treasure, the endless light domain, the two combined, this caused the Yuan mysterious Lord's speed to be very slow. Behind, the Creator of the Dark Universe and the Universe Lords from the 9 great powers were swiftly rushing over. Curse. Curse now, he's about to die. Pitiful bastard. Who can he blame? He's always been alone, how would he know that the items can't be brought into the primal universe? When he first recognized it and brought it into the primal universe, his fate was sealed. The Universe Lords behind either sneered or felt pity. Even LuoFeng shook his head within. A Universe Lord that rose so quickly since the birth of the universe was about to die just like that. LuoFeng shook his head. The Ice Peak Lord communicated, even the items that appear in the Universe Sea are extremely rare. Their numbers are about the same as the absolute treasures. Even for me, it was only after my teacher told me back then that I knew these items couldn't be brought into the primal universe. Many of the Universe Lords here probably only found out about these items because of this incident. It's not strange that the Yuan mysterious Lord didn't know. Right? LuoFeng sighed. If he knew, he wouldn't have done this. He can only blame his fate. The Ice Peak Lord said coldly. LuoFeng sighed within. Just like the 8 great beast gods, each of them was born to be the Lord of the universe, but every part of the beast god's body was a treasure. In the beginning, the number of experts from the various forces in the universe was small, but when the experts of the countless races grew up, they naturally became envious. Like a pack of wolves, the 8 great beast gods were divided and devoured. Just like the Blood Cloud Palace leader, why was he surrounded and attacked? 1 was because he was crazy, 2 was because he didn't have enough background. LuoFeng on the other hand, even though he used one move to kill over 6,000 knights, he was still from the Great Alliance. With the support of the Ancestor God Church, the 3 major alliances could only grit their teeth and swallow their anger. If a lone Universe Lord dared to slaughter so wantonly, the 3 major alliances would definitely go crazy and attack him. Background was a burden to Mountain Passenger, Star Sky Primogenitor, and Giant Axe Creator. However, to LuoFeng and the other Universe Lords, it was considered a support. Without any backing. It was just like how the Lord of Yuan Arcana was repelled by the primeval universe because of his mystical item. Even the ancestral god sect attacked him first. Even the strongest experts of the universe wouldn't be punished for killing him. The various powers naturally wouldn't be lenient. Even the 8 great beast gods who had the backing of the ancestral god sect were all killed. One could imagine what kind of scene it would be if all the major powers went crazy with greed. This was also the reason why Mountain Passenger didn't want LuoFeng to reveal the Star Tower. Come on, come on. If you want to kill me, I'll drag a few down with me. The Lord of Yuan Ao seemed to have gone mad, crazily smashing the space fragments one after another, roaring incessantly. He was like a stray dog making its final struggle, causing the many super existences chasing after him to sigh inwardly or sneer. Endless light enveloped a huge area. And amongst the absolute beings chasing behind, the fastest, the Creator of Dark Universe, was swiftly closing in. Dark Universe. The Lord of Yuan Arcana looked behind him, getting even more furious. Give up. The huge golden flame silhouette said. Dream on. The Lord of Yuan Arcana roared. Wah. The golden flame silhouette swiftly closed in. While LuoFeng and the other Universe Lords were still far behind, the golden flame silhouette had already caught up to the Lord of Yuan Arcana. You can't escape. The golden flame silhouette suddenly extended a palm and the huge palm slammed forward. Rumble. The surrounding space completely crumbled. A huge black palm tore through space. This black palm was at least a few million km tall. Simultaneously, there seemed to be countless stars revolving within it, almost as though there were countless stars within. This huge palm swiftly arrived above the Lord of Yuan Arcana. You want to kill me? Do you think you alone can kill me? Ah. Burn. The Lord of Yuan Arcana's voice rumbled like thunder. A huge flame whirlpool appeared around his body. The glaring flame whirlpool madly contracted and gathered on the black godwood. The black godwood fiercely expanded. Rumble. Endless energy gathered on the black godwood. Almost like a pillar that pierced through the heavens, the black godwood smashed into the huge black palm that slammed down from above. Ping ping ping, the Lord of Yuan Arcana's body trembled. His entire body violently fell downwards. Even his body shook violently. Many cracks appeared on it before swiftly recovering. Indeed, the strongest warrior of the universe. To be able to destroy 0.3% of my body in one move. The Lord of Yuan Arcana raised his head and roared madly. If you were alone, without the help of the other Universe Lords, if I wanted to escape, you wouldn't even be able to stop me. If my armor was any better, you wouldn't even be able to injure me like this. The golden flame silhouette slammed down with another huge palm. Hence, accept your death. The huge black palm infused with countless stars revolving once again ravaged the Lord of Yuan Arcana. LuoFeng and the others watched the scene from afar and swiftly flew over. Him? Even the 9 Abyss Lord was able to make him lose 1/1000 of his body. This Dark Universe creator actually only made him lose 3/1000? LuoFeng thought about it and understood. One was that the strongest warrior of the universe could only unleash a power that was slightly stronger than the 9 Abyss Lord self-destruction attack. Two were different attack methods. Just like when the Star River Lord and LuoFeng fought, LuoFeng used the Star Pagoda to block that move. That attack was first weakened by the Star Pagoda before being transmitted to his entire body. It was the same when the Dark Universe Creator fought the Lord of Yuan Arcana. That slap from the Dark Universe Creator landed on the Godwood. After being weakened by the Godwood, it was transmitted to his entire body. The 9 Abyss Lord self-destruction attack was different. It was like the universe exploding. The power immediately shrunk and attacked the Lord of Yuan Arcana from all directions. Even though the Lord of Yuan Arcana used the Godwood and used up a portion of the explosion's power, the remaining power continued to attack the Lord of Yuan Arcana from all directions. The Lord of Yuan Arcana could only block one direction. However, it was unable to block the attacks from all directions. Naturally, it heavily injured the Lord of Yuan Arcana. 9 Abyss Lord, 1/1000 of his injuries. The Dark Universe Creator, 3/1000 of his injuries. LuoFeng nodded within. No wonder he had the ability to be so confident. If he had the pinnacle treasures, the calamity armor, his losses would be even smaller. LuoFeng thought. Milky Way leader LuoFeng, Ice Peak leader, Black Lotus leader, Golden Horn leader, Annihilation leader, Underworld leader, Sky Wolf leader, Z-Demon leader, Yunan leader, Flame Emperor. The other absolute beings from the various powers swiftly surrounded the Lord of Yuan Arcana while the Dark Universe Creator was suppressing the Lord of Yuan Arcana. Give up, Yuan Arcana. Lord of Yuan Arcana, you can't escape. The Universe Lords all looked from all directions at the Lord of Yuan Arcana who was in the center being destroyed. Pung. The Lord of Yuan Arcana held the Black Godwood and flew backwards in space. Under the boundless light he swiftly stopped. He looked around and gritted his teeth, his only eye filled with madness. I've just acquired a wonder. If I had more time, I'd be able to exchange for a better armor. Or exchange for more precious materials to raise my life force. Even the Dark Universe Creator would find it hard to hurt me. Yes. The Lord of Yuan Arcana had acquired a wonder, causing his attacks to reach the level of the 9 Underworld leader and the Star River leader. However, in terms of life force and defense he was still weaker than the Lord of Yuan Arcana, causing his defense to be much weaker. Even if you get a better armor, you won't be able to resist. The golden flame silhouette came again, simultaneously roaring, Ice Peak, hurry up and take out the treasure. Ice Peak. In the distance, the Ice Peak Lord let out a cold roar and tossed out a crystalline palace. The palace rapidly expanded, instantly turning into a towering palace that spanned over 100 million kilometers. The entire palace was engraved with countless mysterious runes, emitting an ancient cold aura. Open. The Ice Peak leader roared. The ancient palace's door rumbled open. Inside was darkness. An incredibly powerful swallowing energy immediately enveloped the Lord of Yuan Arcana. This was a peak ceiling treasure. Activated by the Ice Peak leader, its power was so strong that even the Lord of Yuan Arcana felt his body tremble. You want to suppress and seal me? The surface of the Lord of Yuan Arcana's body burned with energy, resisting with all his might. At the same time he roared and looked around. At this time the Lord of Yuan Arcana was like the craziest wolf. He was already at the brink of death. If you don't enter voluntarily, I'll send you in. The golden flame silhouette said, simultaneously waving his palm. Creator of Dark Eon. The Lord of Yuan Arcana gritted his teeth, seemingly unwilling, shouting, if you help me, I'll give you the black godly wood. The Creator of Dark Eon suddenly stopped. Dark Eon. Creator of Dark Eon. The 9 Underworld leader, Golden Horn leader and the others couldn't help but speak, seemingly angry. The Creator of Dark Eon sighed, Yuan Arcana, even if I don't help you, I can still get the black godly wood. I'll just lose a few treasures, but if I help you, it'll be the same as offending the major powers of the primal universe. Aye. The Lord of Yuan Arcana's eyes were filled with madness. Looking around he gritted his teeth, I still have one more treasure. It's the incomplete map left behind by the strongest warrior of the universe, Xuan Yuan. Pinnacle World map. What? Xuan Yuan left behind? Pinnacle World map? Including the Creator of Dark Eon, all the absolute beings present were shocked. LuoFeng was shocked too. He didn't recognize Xuan Yuan, but he was stunned by the word strongest warrior of the universe that has long fallen. Just how powerful were the strongest in the universe? They might not be able to kill some heaven-defying existences like the Master of the 9 Underworlds or the Master of the Star River, but to kill the strongest of the universe was simply too inconceivable. One had to know that even the progenitor who fought against the primeval universe was only suppressed for eternity. Killed? The strongest in the universe died? LuoFeng was shocked within. At the same time, his ocean clone immediately connected to the virtual universe and began to investigate Xuan Yuan's information. With LuoFeng's current level of authority, he immediately obtained the information. Xuan Yuan, the strongest in the universe before the Great Apocalypse, he loved to adventure and explore. Due to entering one of the 3 danger zones of the Universe C, the Pinnacle World, he died. The 3 danger zones of the Universe C? Explore? Many thoughts flashed through LuoFeng's mind. To be able to kill the strongest in the universe, this Pinnacle World. Just how dangerous is it? The 3 danger zones? It's indeed a danger zone. Just as LuoFeng was investigating the information through the virtual universe, at this time, the Yuan mysterious lord seemed to have grasped the last thread of hope. Right, Xuan Yuan. That's the strongest who loves to adventure and explore the universe, Xuan Yuan. The Yuan mysterious lord stood in space. The huge space shards flying at him at high speed were immediately shattered by the endless light. Countless smaller shards smashed into him, however he was as steady as a mountain. But Lord Yuan Ao himself was extremely dangerous. He had the Ice Mountain Palace, a peak-ceiling treasure. As long as the other experts surrounded him, he wouldn't have enough power to resist the Ice Mountain Palace. If he was directly sucked in, he would be finished. You said you have Xuan Yuan's Pinnacle World map, how do you prove it's true? He's going to die, he's probably lying. The universe lords from the various powers watched from afar, including the creator of Dark Universe. They weren't in a rush to make a move. I'm lying? Where do you think I got the black godwood from? The Yuan mysterious lord surveyed his surroundings. I believe you all know this too, these wonders only appear in the 3 danger zones. The universe lords from the various powers of the primal universe were all silent. The wonders indeed only appeared in the 3 danger zones. I was fortunate enough to obtain this map fragment of the toppling peak world, and I've never dared to let the other experts know about it for fear of bringing about a calamity. I relied on this map fragment to explore the Pinnacle World. With this map fragment, my luck wasn't bad and I actually managed to find this treasure. Back then I was discovered by another lord of the universe, the Lord Xuan. I used the black godwood to easily slay him. So you were the one who killed him. So you were the one who killed the master of the Xuan. The lords of the universe in the surrounding void came to a realization. Some of the lords of the universe who roamed the cosmic sea had perished, and they could not even send a message back. The cause of the fall of some universe lords was very difficult to investigate. Haha. He can only blame his bad luck. Lord Yuan Ao looked around and said, I just got the item and the cosmic sea is too dangerous. So, I went back to the primeval universe and tried to find a powerful faction to trade for treasures. After all, now that I have the tree, my offensive treasures are useless. I can trade them for better armor and I can even buy treasures to improve my genes. However, before I even made a move, that human LuoFeng came. Lord Yuan Ao looked at LuoFeng from afar, gritting his teeth. LuoFeng. Standing in the distance, the silver-winged LuoFeng with his blade on his back smiled. I don't understand why is the ancestral god sect so well informed, and still wants to kill me. Lord Yuan Ao gritted his teeth and looked at LuoFeng. Lord Nine, can you tell me why do you want to kill me? I have no enmity with your ancestral god sect. You deserve to die. Nine said coldly. Tell me the reason. Lord Yuan Ao roared. Don't talk nonsense. Not far away, Flame Emperor roared coldly. You said so much, it's entirely possible that you're making it up. Who knows if you were lucky enough to get this magical item. There's no way to prove that you really have the pinnacle map fragment, much less that it's left behind by Xuan Yuan. There were many fragments of the Pinnacle World map. The Pinnacle World was one of the 3 great forbidden lands of the cosmic sea. It was vast and boundless. If it only recorded the outer regions of the map, it would be worthless. And the depths of the map, its value would be extremely high. The smaller and larger areas, the value would naturally be different. If it was just 1,000,000 km area and 100 light-years area, the difference in value was like heaven and earth. As for Xuan Yuan, he was the strongest expert of the cosmos before the Great Calamity. He had lived longer than any of the strongest experts of the primeval cosmos. He had roamed the Pinnacle World time and time again, exploring the Pinnacle World countless times. The Pinnacle World map fragment that Xuan Yuan carried with him had naturally reached an extremely high level, its value immeasurable. If he obtained this map fragment, he could definitely rely on it to obtain a large amount of treasures, and even obtaining supreme treasures might not be impossible. This is what Xuan Yuan left behind. Lord Yuan Arcana roared. At the same time he flipped his hand and a black and gold silk cloth appeared in his hand. This is the string map. String is an extremely precious material used to make a map. Even the strongest in the universe can't bear to use it. Strings map. It's the strings. The legendary Xuan Yuan, the map he carried with him was the strings map. The universe lords present were all excited, to be so extravagant as to use strings to make a map. There weren't many with such extravagance. Virtual universe. LuoFeng and the Ice Peak leader stood before the Primal Chaos City leader. Whether or not his words can be trusted, it's still hard to say. The Primal Chaos City leader said, Senior, that Lord Yuan Ao just took out the strings map. The Ice Peak leader suddenly said, Strings map. The Primal Chaos City leader was shocked. Lord Yuan Ao is just a lone universe lord, suddenly obtaining a wonder and taking out the strings map. I'm afraid what he said may very well be true. If it really is the Pinnacle World map fragment left behind by Xuan Yuan, then it's very precious. To our race, it's even more valuable than that wonder. Junior LuoFeng, you two have to think of a way to get the strings map. There's only one of it, there's no way to split it, there'll definitely be a fight. You two work together, do your best. The Ice Peak leader nodded, his eyes gleaming coldly. Yes, teacher. LuoFeng nodded. North Border Alliance. Since the Lord Yuan Ao has the strings map, then what he said must be true. The surrounding space is sealed, I can't directly teleport over without using the God Country, it'll take me a long time to get there. I'll depend on you too, first work hard, try your best to get the strings map. Next is the wonder. Yes. Demon race. They'll definitely fight, there's no way to split the strings map, no one wants to either, that Hei Yu is really lucky he actually got there first. If we want to rush over, we'll need some time too. The battle between the strong is extremely fast. We definitely won't make it. Sky Wolf, Ghost, you two do your best. The moment you get the strings map, immediately flee. The incarnations of the Heavenly Wolf Lord and the Nether Devil Lord replied. Their clones remained here to inform Ming Monster Ancestor and Zhen Monster Ancestor of any news. Their original target was the Wonder, now they've changed their target to the Pinnacle World map fragment. Prison Clan, Crystal Clan, Space Beast Alliance. Many powers were envious. One had to know that the Cosmic Sea was a place with more treasures than the primeval universe. The three great danger grounds of the Cosmic Sea gave birth to a large number of peak treasures, even supreme treasures. Hence, the value of the map fragments of the three great danger grounds was very high. The wider the area, the deeper the three great danger grounds, the higher the value. Moreover, the experts of the primeval universe were only born after the Great Calamity. And before the Great Calamity, those experts had lived longer than them. Like the three great danger grounds, they naturally had more experience. The map fragment left behind by Xuan Yuan, its value definitely surpassed a wonder. Waves of powerful auras soared to the sky. Experts from all directions stared at the Lord Yuan Ao, then at the founder of Hei Yu. Founder of Hei Yu, you won't be greedy, right? Lord of Nine Underworlds said. Founder of Hei Yu, you have a supreme treasure, and you're the strongest expert of the universe. This map fragment isn't that useful to you, Lord of Golden Horn said slowly. All the experts stared at the founder of Hei Yu. Lord of Nine Underworlds, Lord of Golden Horn, Lord of Ice Peak, Lord of ZMO. All of them could hold back the founder of Hei Yu. My map, I want it. The founder of Hei Yu said, Yuan Ao, I'll protect you. You can't. Attack. The supreme experts of the 9 factions instantly erupted. The Golden Horned Lord and the ZMO Lord flashed and attacked the Creator of Dark Eon at the same time. The Golden Horned Lord let out a roar and spread his scaled wings as he charged towards the Creator of Dark Eon. Lord of ZMO let out a roar. The white face on his huge body was incomparably malevolent. Kill? It was completely crazy. Damn it. The founder of Hei Yu was also furious, but in the primeval universe, his strength was suppressed. Be it Lord of Golden Horn or Lord of ZMO, they were only slightly weaker than him. In addition, Lord of Golden Horn and Lord of ZMO were both stronger, their armor stronger, and they were peak existences amongst the universe lords of the Cosmic Beast Alliance and Prison Race. Go in. Flare Emperor, Lord of Yunnan, Lord of Sense Wind, Lord of Black Lotus, Lord of the Milky Way, Lord of the Icy Peak. More than 10 universe lords surrounded and attacked Lord of Yuan Ao. Despair. Lord of Yuan Ao was in complete despair. The universe lords sent by the various factions were either very good at survival or extremely strong. Just Lord of Golden Horn and Lord of ZMO alone could hold back the founder of Hei Yu. If the other universe lords joined forces, it would be too easy to seal Lord of Yuan Ao. You want to kill me and take my treasure? Then go ahead and take it. Lord of Yuan Ao roared fiercely, his hands tearing. Cheat, the silk map was directly torn apart. Boom. It split into dozens of pieces that flew in all directions, causing the gazes of these universe lords to instantly focus on the silk map fragments. If you want to take it, then take it. Lord of Yuan Ao immediately turned and transformed into a stream of light, intending to flee. The silk picture was after all a map of the fallen peak world made from special materials, and Lord Yuan Ao's strength could even destroy normal treasures. Just one silk picture was naturally split into 10 pieces. However, this was very similar to the black metal board LuoFeng used back then to record the 9 tribulation manuals. Even though it was already broken, every piece of the picture still had a portion of the contents within. Combining the 10 pieces, it was the complete picture left behind by Xuan Yuan. Silk picture. Damn Yuan Ao. The 10 universe lords from the various powers were first enraged before rushing to fight for the pieces. Because they were very clear, even though it was just a piece, it was still something left behind by Xuan Yuan. Hence, even the pieces recorded within would be extremely valuable. LuoFeng, get the pieces. Ice Peak leader communicated anxiously. Understood. LuoFeng went all out. Don't fight with me. The white face on the chest of the Lord of ZMO, who had been attacking the founder of Dark Eon, roared ferociously. He ignored the founder of Dark Eon and flew towards the nearest string diagram fragment. That string diagram fragment was one of the larger ones. Get out of my way. Rumble. Lord ZZ Devil held a huge whip in his hand, and with a flick, the whip was over 100 million kilometers long. It swept towards Lord Black Lotus, who wanted to snatch the string painting fragment. Lord Black Lotus didn't dare to summon the large number of insectoid warriors under his command while being surrounded by such a frenzied attack. Z-Demon. The Black Lotus Lord's beautiful face was filled with rage. That's mine. Bug, don't even think of getting it. The Z-Demon Lord roared and rushed forward. Rumble, that's mine. Go find the others. Boundless ripples suddenly appeared around Lord Black Lotus. As the ripples spread out, a powerful shockwave repelled the surrounding endless light domain. Naturally, it was also suppressing towards Lord Black Lotus. The white face on the ZZ Devil Lord's body roared. Instantly, black waves spread out in all directions with him as the center. The surging black seawater also spread out in an instant, crashing into the surrounding endless light domain and ripples. The lords of the universe from the 9 great factions were all prepared for this trip to the Yuan Ao secret realm. There were 3 who possessed peak-grade domain-type cardinal treasures: the Golden Horn Lord, the Black Lotus Lord, and the ZZ Devil Lord. Previously, when they were dealing with Lord Yuan Ao, The Golden Horned Lord had only needed to use a peak domain-type treasure, so everyone was still united. But now, in order to fight for this strings painting, how could they be united? Naturally, everyone was fighting with their lives on the line. The strong were ambitious, and they wanted to obtain one or more pieces of the strings painting. They wanted to obtain the large pieces of the strings painting. You guys can fight over the string diagram. I don't want it. I just want that mystical item, the Creator of Dark Eon suddenly growled. All right. Founder of the Dark Eon, we will not fight with you. The mystical item is yours. The mystical item is yours and the silk string painting is ours. The various powerhouses immediately heaved a sigh of relief. In terms of strength, the Creator of the Dark Eon was definitely stronger than them. Previously, when they were united, they could completely suppress the strongest powerhouse in the universe, but once everyone was no longer united, if the Creator of the Dark Eon wanted to seize it, it was unlikely that he would be able to seize more than half of it, but there was still hope for him to seize 8 to 10 portions. The Creator of the Dark Eon snorted inwardly. If it was the complete toppling world map fragment left behind by Xuan Yuan, it would definitely have detailed records of the situation from the outside world to the depths. But now that it's broken, even if I obtain 10 portions, I'm afraid that they will be scattered all over the place, unable to form a clear route. The value will be greatly reduced. I might as well obtain this mystical item. With this mystical item in hand, my strength in the cosmic sea will increase to another level. Boom. The Creator of the Dark Eon hurriedly chased after the fleeing Lord of Arcana. Although the various parties were currently fighting each other, whether it was in the Endless Light domain, the Endless Ripple domain, or the Endless Black Water domain, Lord of Arcana would be deliberately suppressed. Since he had agreed to give the mystical item to the Creator of the Dark Eon, he would naturally do the Creator a favor. Moreover, the act of Lord of Arcana shattering the string diagram earlier had somewhat annoyed these masters of the universe. Iceberg Lord, help me out a little. Use your full power to control your Iceberg Palace, the Creator of the Dark Eon said. After this, I will repay you with a supreme treasure. Sure. The Iceberg Lord split a part of his consciousness to control the Iceberg Palace, desperately trying to suck Lord of Arcana inside. As for the Iceberg Lord himself, he was naturally like the other masters of the universe, madly fighting over the string diagram fragment. Lord of Arcana, you have no hope at all. The Creator of the Dark Eon rapidly approached. Damn it. Lord of Arcana's speed was ridiculously slow. With the Creator of the Dark Eon's control of the space shackles, the supreme treasure of the domain realm, and the supreme treasure of the seal realm, under these 3 layers of shackles, Lord of Arcana's speed was pathetically slow, while the Creator of the Dark Eon was able to maintain his extreme speed. Creator of the Dark Eon, I'll give you the mystical item. How about you let me go? Lord of Arcana hurriedly sent a voice transmission. The void around his voice had long since been sucked in by the Iceberg Palace, twisting and distorting. Even his divine power was somewhat dissipated, allowing the Iceberg Lord to sense this transmission. We can't let him go. Creator of the Dark Eon, he must die. From afar, the Iceberg Lord was constantly paying attention to this side. Kill him. The consciousness of the universe lords were extremely powerful. Even though they were fighting for the string picture, they too noticed the scene of the Creator of the Dark Eon chasing after Lord of Arcana. All of them obviously wanted Lord of Arcana dead. The moment he fell, all of them would have done a great service. Their races and powers would all be rewarded by the primeval universe. Give me the mystical item? The Creator of the Dark Eon said. Right, I'll give it to you. Let me go. Lord of Arcana was anxious. Killing you, I'll still get the mystical item. I'll also get the large amounts of treasures on you. And I'll even get a great service. Even though it's not that important to me for the primeval universe, naturally the more the better. The Creator of the Dark Eon laughed loudly. Arcana, die. Service, what service? Lord of Arcana asked. A punk that's about to die, there's no need to know so much. The Creator of the Dark Eon swiftly rushed over. As the Creator of the Dark Eon didn't interfere with the 9 powers fighting for the string picture, the universe space he controlled shrunk to only the area around him and Lord of Arcana, not affecting anyone else at all. LuoFeng gained a huge advantage. Golden Country. LuoFeng's wings flapped. Endless blurry golden light immediately enveloped an entire light-year area. Other than the area controlled by the Creator of the Dark Eon, the other areas were all under his control. Quite a strong control. The Creator of the Dark Eon looked far into the distance. The silver-winged silhouette within the endless shattered space, after which he continued to deal with Lord of Arcana. Hua hua hua. The golden wave spread out too. The Nine Ming River immediately covered an area of 3,000 kilometers. With the support of the Golden Country, the Nine Ming River was extremely arrogant. Other than the Ripple region, the Black Water region and the Light region, the other warriors' top-level domain treasures were all destroyed by LuoFeng's Nine Ming River. One had to know that everyone was very clear about the rules. Even though LuoFeng's Golden Country covered a huge area, he definitely wouldn't intentionally destroy the other areas. Because of the distance, even if he destroyed it, he wouldn't be able to get it, and would instead offend the other warriors. As for the Golden Horned Lord, Black Lotus Lord, and ZZ Devil Lord who possessed peak-grade domain-type cardinal treasures, they were clear of their own capabilities. Hence, they chose to use their peak-grade cardinal treasures to restrain them instead of disrupting the movements of the other experts. If they did that, they would become public enemies and be attacked from all sides. Damn. LuoFeng, you dare fight with me? Looking for death. The Flame Emperor raged. He was about to get the string picture shard, but LuoFeng destroyed his treasure domain, passing through the Ninming River and enveloping the picture shard. Flame Emperor, these treasures belong to the strongest. If you have the ability, come and take it. LuoFeng laughed loudly. The string picture shard swiftly flew towards LuoFeng within the Ninming River. That's mine. The Ninming River became a beam of light and rushed straight into the Ninming River. Rumble, wielding the Flame God halberd, the Flame Emperor roared and used the halberd to split open the endless golden waves, chasing after the string picture shard. This made LuoFeng jump in shock. The string picture was still 20 million kilometers away from him. It would take a long time to get there. From the looks of it, the Flame Emperor could easily stop it. LuoFeng wielded the top-level treasure Absolute Guest. So, he immediately rushed over, simultaneously using the Ninming River to purposely make it turn. The string picture shard swiftly closed in on him, and with a wave of his hand, the string picture was swiftly kept in his world ring. This was the first string picture shard he had acquired. Haha, Flame Emperor, thank you. LuoFeng glanced at the Flame Emperor. We're just returning the favor. The Flame Emperor's expression was ashen. Of course he understood LuoFeng's intentions. Back then when LuoFeng went to his place to retrieve the armor, he secretly spread the news, attracting large amounts of knights and universe lords to surround and kill LuoFeng, almost causing LuoFeng to lose his life. Even when LuoFeng finally reached there, the Flame Emperor wasn't willing to give it to LuoFeng. He had to use Mountain Guest to pressure the Flame Emperor, forcing him to hand it over. The Flame Emperor's actions back then, LuoFeng's actions this time could be considered payback. Humph, if it wasn't for my teacher being biased towards you, allowing you to acquire such a powerful treasure that can control space, how would you have been able to snatch the string picture shard from my hands? The Flame Emperor communicated coldly, in terms of strength and ability, you're not my match. Haha, if I didn't get it, you're saying the teacher is biased. LuoFeng sneered. LuoFeng turned and flew away, too lazy to care about the Flame Emperor. The Flame Emperor's expression was grim, after which he gritted his teeth and turned towards the distant other string picture shard that he had the most hope of acquiring. Suppress. The creator of the Dark Eon spent a lot of effort, along with the Ice Peak leaders' cooperation, along with the pinnacle of the domain treasures, the heavily injured Lord Yuan Ao finally flew towards the Ice Mountain Palace. Ah! Yuan Ao Lord madly roared, you want me to die? You want the treasure? Don't think it's that easy. Explode. The divine power contained in the body of a Lord of the Universe that was 1,000,000 kilometers tall was terrifying, and yet it instantly self-destructed with such power that it surpassed even the most powerful attack of a Lord of the Galaxy, completely reaching the limit of what the primeval universe could contain. Boundless energy waves instantly spread out in all directions. Yuan Ao self-destructed. Protect the string picture shard.